Okay, this YouTube video is starting with a shout out to Camden, who is the one who helped me to see that there is an easier way to do this. So go Camden, thank you. All right, let's start by just plotting these points. It says the midpoints of the sides of triangle PQR are as follows. So we need point S, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Whoops, looks like I need to get my stylus here. So 3, 1, that's point S, and we have 1, -1, which is right here. That's point T, and then we have U, which is -1, 1, which I believe is right here. So there's U. Okay, so this is the mid-segment. It says draw the mid-segment triangle. Okay, well, we can do that. It's just connecting these points here. Okay, well, that doesn't seem too hard, but it's saying then we're supposed to draw a triangle PQR. So essentially, we've been given the mid-segment triangle, and then we have to draw the triangle around it. Well, as some of you may recall, I told you, just do trial and error. You know, that's what's going to work. That's not a good plan. Trial and error is a hassle. So what I want to show you is this whole idea about mid-segment triangles, first of all. Okay, so I'm going to draw this one kind of just on a bit of an angle here. And what I want you to recognize is if this is the mid-segment triangle here, okay? So obviously I've got my mid-segment triangle. So a couple things you should know. First of all, this segment is congruent to these segments, right? So this is twice as long as these two. Well, let me change the colors here. This segment right here is equal to these segments here. And so that means the whole thing is twice as long as this one. And parallel, mind you. Okay, so last one here. This one is, this segment right here is, all these segments are equal to each other, which is actually pretty fabulous. So what I want you to recognize is that rather than using trial and error, do you see that this, I'm just going to start, I don't have to show you with all three of them because once you get the hang of it, it'll be super easy. But do you see that this slope right here is exactly the same as this slope here? Okay, so if you know, once you know that, if you take it from this point, I mean obviously this is all on a coordinate plane, but if you go over 2, up 1, then you can be certain that from here, because this is the point that you know, because you know the mid-segment triangle. See that this triangle over here is the mid-segment triangle, okay? So that means you can, if you went down 1 over 1, you can go down 1 over 1 here. Here you can go up 1 over 1, and boom, you've got your endpoints. None of this trial and error stuff, so you can do that with all of these. Okay, so let's try that. So here we have, I'm going to start with ST, okay? So do you see that with ST, we've got over 2, up 2, okay? Well, I'm going to erase that so that we don't have trouble seeing what's going on here. But here then, we can say, we know that the line that is going to be going through here is going to be over 2, up 2. So let's go over 2, up 2. Here we've got it. And here we can go down 2, over 2. There's a line, okay? Let's try it with, let's go to T next. You guys good with that? Okay. So what we want to look for then is this line that is going to be parallel. Okay, I'll change the color here. So we're looking, the big triangle is going to be parallel to this line right here. Okay, so we've got this kind of thing going on. Well, look, this one's easy because it's just using the x. Really, it's just parallel. So here we know from here to here is 1, 2, 3, 4 units. So it's going to have to be 1, 2, 3, 4 units, right? Okay, so now we know that this one, and you can see how the triangle is going to be connected. I know you can, but I just want to show you so that you see the slope idea. See how on this one we went down 2, over 2? So that means from here we're going to go down 2, over 2. That's going to be the end point of our new kind of main triangle, not the mid-segment triangle. Here we can go over 2, up 2. Yep, that's what we knew was coming. So now we've got this. Now let me just highlight all of it in black so you can see it. Okay, so we've got this, this, and this. So there is our triangle PQR. Now I've got to make sure I know what the numbers are. So the midpoint of PQ is S. So this is gonna have to be PQ. I hope I'm naming these things right. Okay, then the midpoint of QR is 1 comma -1, so this would have to be Q and then R, okay? Then the midpoint of RP was U. Yep, so we're good. So we've named them. Now, the problem is you're not done yet. You still have to name the coordinates. So we've got R, P, and Q. And this is the proper way to name coordinates. You guys know this. All right, so P is 1 comma 3. R is 3 comma -1. Ooh, I hope I'm doing this right. And then Q is 5 comma -1. So there you go. And I hope that helped when I